Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Storage Developer Conference 2021. A warm greeting to all of you joining us from around the world. It may be afternoon or evening, but we thank you for your effort for joining us here for this year's event. Very exciting. Over 30 countries represented in the attendees today, and we're on track to having over 1,000 registered for the event. It is another virtual conference for the second year in a row. I am sad that we will not be seeing each other in person this year. However, I am super excited about the agenda and the speakers that we have lined up for you today and tomorrow. So with that in mind, I do want to thank for your patience and for your support as we execute on this year's virtual event. We do look forward to your feedback, and we do look forward to seeing you in person again. Many of you are looking forward to things returning to the way they were, back to normal, quote unquote. Well, personally, I am one that looks to embrace the change. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Oros. I'm SNIA's Executive Director. And I've chosen to embrace this year. And as much as people said 2020 was a challenge and difficult year, 2021 brought even more dynamics and challenges to us as we were starting to meet face-to-face, planning for those, and then had to do a reset here in the fall. But we do look forward to things improving, for us to adapt and embrace that change, and look forward to seeing you in person next year. With that, we do have a very exciting lineup for you that I want to walk you through today. And I'll start that walkthrough with an introduction on what SNIA is and what SNIA does. SNIA is a mutual benefit organization that is here for the benefit of our members. We develop standards, of course, but what you might not know is that SNIA is really a marketplace for standards development. Most SDOs, standards organizations, focus on one technology. SNIA focuses on many. It's a place where you as a storage industry can come together and collaborate to address a range of challenges and opportunities in the storage industry. At any given time, SNIA has over 10 technical work groups working on standards ranging from form factors, connectors, transceivers, to other more exciting things in the space of computational storage, persistent memory, and new and emerging technologies as well, and everything in between. To enable those standards, many of them have a need for interoperability labs and conformance test programs. We make those available for your and the end user's benefit. Technology initiatives are groups where interested parties come together and collaborate and support advancing at an accelerated rate those new technologies. Whether it is to accelerate the technical development of those technologies, the education of the industry, or the education of the end users who will consume this technology. Which leads us into the SNIA Education Charter and work that we do. It's at the core of what SNIA does. We are here to educate not just today's storage professionals, but those that will be the future of this organization and of this industry. Last but not least, SNIA events. You are attending one, and we appreciate your support. And we have other events throughout the year, both for our members and for the public. We encourage you to attend those virtually for now, but I hope soon in person again. Take a moment to really thank our sponsors for this year. We greatly appreciate you, our attendees, and the speakers that make this event possible. With the sponsors, we're able to make this event more readily available and accessible to everyone around the world. So big thank you to our underwriter Intel this year, our platinum sponsors, Amazon, Futureway, Calray, Kioxia, Samsung, and Supermicro, as well as our gold sponsors, silver sponsors, association partners, and media partners. And as a special shout out I wanted to do to Microsoft, thank them for continuing to partner and support with their sponsorship, the SNIA MB3 Interoperability Lab. More on that in a minute. A quick glance to the agenda for today. The event has already started half hour ago. The SMB3 Interop Lab has been busy at work already, and the PMEM programming workshop and hackathon is already in progress as well. After the short intro that I will conclude here in just a few more minutes, we will be kicking off our keynote presentations. And then we will do the breakout sessions that will be available on demand for you the rest of the day. At 3 p.m. for 3 hours, we have Birds of a Feather sessions, which I will cover in a minute as well. So the keynotes for today, we'll kick it off with an interesting look at quantum technology and storage. Where do they meet? Of course, they meet at SDC, but you'll find out more where that technology is headed. Also, following that, we will look at the Lodestar I/O innovations and the profound changes that they're making in memory storage and the compute landscape, followed by how to maximize your flash value with a software-enabled Flash SDK. That'll conclude today's keynotes, but we have an exciting lineup tomorrow on Wednesday. The session tomorrow will be kicked off by Jay Metz, our SNIA chair, who will give you an overview and introduction to SNIA in a little bit more depth than I did today in the overview. Following that, we have several keynotes, including a panel that'll cover the state of DNA data storage, where it is today and where it's headed. Taking a look at computational storage, storage architectures, NVMe over fabrics, and programmable DPUs, as well as our beloved discussion on zoned named spaces. The birds of a feather that I mentioned earlier, we will have 6 of them today and 6 more tomorrow. 2 parallel in tracks, 1 hour long each, kicking off at 3, and well, not so sure they'll be concluding at 6. Based on past experience, those conversations for those last sessions will continue for some time. But we encourage you to participate, hear where things are today and where they are headed. Many of SNIA's technical work groups and work areas have started in birds of a feather such as these. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, you can expect more coverage on SDXI, Smart Data Accelerator Interface, one of the newer groups in SNIA, an update on computational storage advances, as well as looking at things such as interoperability and blockchain and why it's important in the storage industry. So please join us for these great sessions. They're live and interactive with updates and then discussions. I mentioned the SMB3 Interop Lab. That is a very exciting lineup this year, looking at SMB3 that is now able to communicate over QUIC, a new internet standard transport, which is being very broadly adopted, driven by hyperscalers and others, as well as some new support for AES GMAC authentication, share compression, and encryption over RDMA. Some exciting things this year for SMB3. If you're not already attending that lab and would like more information, contact one of us in the help and we'll get you to the right person to answer your question on it if you have products in this space. The virtual website, I won't explain it too much further to you as you are already here. Congratulations, you've made it. Similar to last year's interface, we've tried to make it easy and simple, but over 120 breakout sessions, the keynotes that I mentioned, a lot of content and a lot of ways to interact. On the agenda, please watch the track overviews for a quick peek. Click on the star next to the sessions to build your custom agenda, and then you can view it in your favorites. That tab, fourth tab on the right under the agenda. And please give feedback and rate your sessions and speakers. This helps us improve the event and make it more beneficial and valuable for you in the years to come. Last but not least, if you're in need of help, that little button on the bottom right corner, click that little cloud question mark there, and we will jump on it and chat with you to help. Please also utilize the hallway track that is being run on Slack again this year. A lot of self-help, and our attendees are very good at sharing both what's broken and the ways to enjoy the conversation. And remember, you'll be able to interact with our speakers for the keynotes and the sessions using the Slack channel here. You should have received information how to join it in the same email as your credentials for the SDC21 event. With that, I wish you a great SDC this year. Look forward to seeing you in person soon. For now, see you online. Thank you again to all the attendees, speakers, and sponsors. Look forward to a great day today and another fun one tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.